It's a very warm welcome to our coverage of the Riding Mill Virtual Tour of Australia. Dice cricket at its absolute finest, and joining me to call the action, as always, is Robbie Mackinlay. What a tour we've had so far, Robbie.
Oh, thanks, Matt. Yeah, look, indeed. This one has the makings of a very entertaining encounter with UTS North Sydney, a strong favourite. But I'm expecting our friends from the UK to really put up a good battle here against a team of the decade. You know, you look at the guys like Daniel Hughes, Jay Lent and the like. There's some good players there. But as we've seen on all tour, Matt, anything can happen in dice cricket, and particularly in the 10-over format.
Absolutely, Robbie. And I think the thing that people need to remember here is Riding Mill are the dice cricket specialists.
Yeah.
Yep. And this is their format. The T10 dice cricket format is their format. They've won 3 games already on the tour, but this will be their toughest task so far against the UTS North Sydney team of the decade. And let's find out what's happened at the toss. And news just coming in that Glenn Aitken has won the toss for North Sydney, and he has elected to bat on a surface that looks an absolute belter, Robbie.
It does indeed, Matt. I think, Scott, we may see one of the highest scores on this dice cricket tour today. Would not be surprised. We're going to need a lot of runs to win this one.
Well, let's take you to the action now. It's Andy Watson, Riding Mill captain, bowling to Daniel Hughes, and Robbie Mackinlay takes up the commentary.
And there's the skipper, Watson. He's bustling approach. Bowls now to Daniel Hughes, who pulls one away over square leg and onto the grass section on the hill for a massive 6. So North Sydney are away to a flyer as Rob Burns bowls now to Hughes, who charges down the wicket and launches a massive blow out of the ground into Miller Street. And Hughes moves on to 48, and the score, no wicket to 63. We're halfway through the 4th over.
Might be time to move your cars, ladies and gentlemen. That one has sailed out into virtual Miller Street, and everyone ducking for cover with Daniel Hughes absolutely on fire here at the North Sydney Oval.
And Hughes is in imperious form, looking for a half century, faces Burns again, and he's gone bang! Oh, massive blow! The boy from Cowra. It's gone into the virtual Duncan Thompson stand for 6 more and brings up a brilliant half century, Daniel Hughes, off just 15 balls, if you don't mind, Matt Ellis.
What a player, Daniel Hughes. We've seen him in the Big Bash. We've seen him for New South Wales, the current Stephen Waugh medalist. But here, on debut, dice cricket is proving to be his format, that's for sure. Here we go. Ali Hall into the attack, bowling to Jaggett. Oh, it's a thick edge through to Longstaff. What a catch. And Jaggett's back to the virtual pavilion. He made a crisp 33 off 15 balls, but that one not escaping the grasp of the diving Ian Longstaff, who takes a screamer.
Good catch, Matt. Of course, coming in, taking the gloves from Steve Kent, and he has just gobbled that one up.
Yeah, safe pair of hands. Both the keepers, Kent and Longstaff, having a good tour so far for Riding Mill. And Kent's in now to Hughes. Oh, Hughes has tried to launch that, but it's got a big top edge. Getting down underneath it. Oh, Longstaff, what a catch. That is a great piece of glove work from Ian Longstaff. He had a lot going on there, and he's made good ground to take that catch. And unfortunately for UTS North Sydney fans, that is Daniel Hughes on his way back to the pavilion for a magnificent 90 off just 29 deliveries, and the score now 2 for 140.
Oh, Matt, I thought we were going to see our first century of the tour. But Hughes, as we said, was just in great touch. But 90, that's our highest score of the tour, but just falling 10 runs short of it. Would have been a well-deserved dice cricket century.
Hasn't he transferred his on-field form to dice cricket form seamlessly, Daniel Hughes, here today? a magnificent 90, and that is the best knock we have seen on this tour so far.
Yeah, by far, Matt.
Without a doubt. Dixon in now to Avendano. Avendano down the track. Oh, Longstaff. What a piece of glove work there.
Oh.
Bails off in a flash, and Avendano making his way back to the virtual pavilion for 25 off just 10 deliveries, and the score now 3 for 158. North Sydney in the box seat here.
Well, gee whiz, Matt. Steve Kent, the other keeper on tour, fielding there at point, he would have got a good view of that, and he might be just thinking to himself, I mightn't get the gloves off Big Longy. It was a very smart bit of work.
An excellent piece of glove work. Probably Steve Kent's batting is something you can consider as well. Longstaff has been struggling a little bit on tour with the bat.
Yeah.
So if it comes down to batting, I dare say Kent would get the gloves back, but Longstaff today with the gloves, absolutely impeccable. And Dixon in now, final ball of the innings for UTS North Sydney. He delivers and, Roggie's got a full piece of that. That is out of the ground, and patrons in the virtual bowling club are ducking for cover. That one's landed in the car park. UTS North Sydney finish with a bang. 3 for 170 off their 10 overs, Robbie. That one is out of here.
Oh, goodness me. Matt, that just summed up that whole innings. Just a good all-round batting performance. We're not surprised. They are a class outfit, this team of the decade. And, yeah, that's a lot of runs for the mill to chase, Matt, but we look forward to see how it pans out.
Yeah, 3 for 170 from their 10 overs, and that is a very imposing total indeed. Now, we'll take you to the second innings highlights. It's Robbie Mackinlay in commentary for the final ball of the first over. James Campbell bowling to Scott Dixon.
Campbell made a good start to his spell, and he'll bowl now to Scott Dixon. He plays back. He's struck on the pads, and he's out. Umpire Darren Goodger raises the finger, and the breakthrough has happened, and the Mill are now 1 for 10 after the first over.
Oh, troubling signs for Riding Mill. Brian Watson down in the players' dugout there, looking very despondent, the team manager. He'll be looking for answers. They've got a big task ahead of them now, Riding Mill. And here we go now. Rob Aitken into Steve Kent. Down the track. Oh, it's beaten him in the air, and Jay Lenton. You can see why he has made his mark in the KFC Big Bash competition. That is a very slick piece of glove work. And Kent's on his way back to the virtual pavilion for 40 off 16 balls. Riding Mill 2 for 65.
All class, Jay Lenton. That's no other way to describe it, Matt. And a fellow keeper, one thing you don't like to be done is been done by another keeper, and that's exactly what Steve Kent had to confront there. Oh, Lenton, quick as a flash.
Yeah, very safe hands, Jay Lenton behind the sticks. And Scott Rogie to bowl the final ball of the over. Liam James on strike. He waits. Rogie in. Oh, it's another huge 6 here, Robbie. That one has crashed into the seats in the Duncan Thompson stand. I'm getting tongue-tied here. That is a magnificent shot. And 6 runs. Goodger raises both his arms and signals to the scorers. That is an absolute beauty. The score now 2 for 88.
Matt, all I can say is I'm just glad social distancing is being practiced here at North Sydney Oval, because in a full stand, you're the unlucky one sitting there. You have to get out of the road of that. That was a massive blow.
Yeah, absolutely scrambling to get out of the way of that one.
Oh.
And Liam James has certainly got a full piece of that.
Well, he doesn't bowl much. He's made a good start for his first delivery. It'll be Adam Crossway. Bit underrated. He's probably in his own estimation. Comes up now, and he bowls to Liam James. He's hit on the pad. The huge appeal. Goodger doesn't hesitate. He goes up with the bowler, and it is gone. It's 3 for 91, and Crossway gets the breakthrough, Matt.
Yeah, well, I had a feeling that this might be the over that Riding Mill pushed the button. Adam Crossway, the part-timer. And just an error in judgment there. He's played back to a ball he shouldn't have played back to, and you will not see a more plum LBW in dice cricket than that one from Crossweight. And isn't he up and about, the part-timer with the wicket? He's loving every minute of this.
Well, he continues on now. Crossweight with his tail up, runs in again. Ball drives at a wide one. He's got a nick. A big nick, and Jay, the Prince Lenton, does the rest, and the Mill are now in all sorts of bother at 4 for 95.
Oh, again, Jay Lenton, very good movement. The footwork there, absolutely impeccable to get himself into a position to take that catch. And Riding Mill, as you say, in all sorts of strife at the virtual North Sydney Oval.
Well, what an over from Crossweight. He has one more ball to come in it. He turned this game on its head. Now, the new batter is Ian Longstaff. He bowls now. He plays forward, takes the edge. Lenton, he's dropped it. He's regathered it. He's fumbled it. He scoops it up with one hand. Millimetres from the ground. Jay Lenton, you made a meal of that, my friend. But he's taken the catch. And Matt Ellis, that finishes. What a spell from Crossweight, the part-timer. He's underrated. 3 for 6. Cop that, skipper, he says. And the Mill are 5 for 95 after 7 overs.
That is absolutely unbelievable from the part-timer, Adam Crossweight. 3 for 7, and he will be talking about that one back at the Union Hotel, that's for sure. The boys will not hear the end of this, and big trouble for Riding Mill, 5 for 95. And Tom Jaggett into the attack, bowling to Dave Cox, and Kiwi Dave Cox cuts away, and that race away to the boundary. That's his second half century of this virtual tour, and he is standing tall today, Dave Cox.
He's a brute of a man. He just powered that one away, Matt. That's one of the shots of the day. There's no doubt about it. Great shot, Coxie.
And Jagged into Cox. Cox down the track. Big swing, nothing on it. And Lenton doesn't even need to think about that. That's his 4th dismissal for the fixture. And Cox is on his way back to the pavilion for a fantastic 58 off just 21 deliveries. 6 for 132 and all but game over as Cox is on his way.
Well, final ball of the match. It is going to be a big win here to UTS North Sydney, and it'll be Daniel Hughes, who will certainly been in line for the Union Hotel player of the match. To finish off, final ball now. He bowls to Joel Marks, who drives hard at it. He gets the inside edge of the bat. The dive of Lenton can't stop it, racing away to the boundary. But I'm afraid it's all elementary, my dear Watson, as they finish 21 runs short at 7 for 149. It's the UTS North Sydney, Matty Ellis, who have got the job done. We expected it, but I tell you what, a brave effort from the boys from the UK.
Yeah, very brave effort from the Riding Mill lads. Completely overawed by the occasion, I think, playing here at the picturesque virtual North Sydney Oval. A better ground you will not see. A fantastic display from the home side. 3 for 170 was always going to be imposing. Kiwi Dave Cox and Steve Kent did their best to bring Riding Mill back into the contest. But it was Crossweight, wasn't it? His spell of 3 for 7 turned the game in favour of the UTS North Sydney side. But the man of the match, Robbie, is...
Well, no surprise here. It's the boy from Cowra, Daniel Hughes, with that magnificent 90 or 29 balls. He is the player of the match. But, Matty, it's not all over for Riding Hill. The caravan continues. They're going to head down into Victoria for the next leg of the tour. And a bit of news, we can also officially confirm that Riding Mill have locked in one extra game for this tour. The virtual Hong Kong match is going to happen, Matt, and some big news because we will see the return of none other than team manager Brian Watson will be back, and he's going to be joined by one of their key supporters, former England cricketer Mark Butcher and former England star Adam Hollyoake. So I reckon there'll be a little bit more news about that one, but there's a bit of work to be done yet on tour, but it's going to finish with a bang in Hong Kong.
Now, Robbie, do you think that the Riding Mill boys may have been a little bit distracted by this? Do you think there have been whispers about this going on social media that might have detracted from their performance here today at the virtual North Sydney Oval?
Well, I reckon their focus shifted a little bit, Matt. They've had poor form midweek. A lot of these lads haven't been to Sydney before, and they've come away with another defeat here. Look, I think they'll bounce back down in Victoria. The Vicks aren't doing it very well at the moment, and I don't be surprised to see the Mill get back on track. And, sure, Matt, Hong Kong, here we come.
It's going to be an absolute barn burner in Hong Kong, but still plenty of matches to come on the Riding Mill Dice Cricket Virtual Tour of Australia. A massive thanks to you, Robbie Mackinlay, for joining me in commentary, and of course to everyone who's tuned in for the coverage once again. We look forward to your company next time. From Matt Ellis and Robbie Mackinlay, it is bye for now.
Bye for now.